Saturday the 3rd of February 2024, another bus video, but this one I've been waiting to do. I'm quite excited about this. The new Superloop circular bus network has come, in part, it's being rolled out to London. One of those brand new buses, route SL5, starts today, so we're going to ride it from Bromley to Croydon. We'll discuss Superloop, answer some of your questions and see how long the journey takes and just enjoy the bus ride. Just get a leaflet, Superloop, thank you very much. I swear I didn't plan this, but Roger turned up. This should probably be the last video of mine that we're in for a while.
I hope so. I hope so.
People will complain, it's just become the Roger channel rather than the Jeff channel.
The phrase isn't the bad penny or something.
Okay.
I think.
Could you do me a favour though?
Yes,
Could you be my official timer?
I will.
If you start your stopwatch on your phone as it leaves, and then we'll stop it as it arrives at Croydon, because you say it's quite fast. I want to know how fast.
Well, it should be about 32 minutes if it was the same this morning, but I suspect traffic will be a bit busier now. So we'll see.
But we'll time it officially to see how long this new Superloop section takes.
From the doors closing to the doors opening. Got it.
Look at the branding. That is quite a lot of branding. Thank you. Also, Luke turned up to take some pictures. Luke.
Hello.
You don't do buses. You do trains.
Yeah, it's my new name. I'm transforming into the bus mapper.
Bus mapper.
Yeah.
Did you start the clock? Have we started?
Started.
Lovely. On our way. Okay, so we're on our way. Before we go any further in the video, I think it's time to do one of those things where I cut to a voiceover and a graphic to explain the Superloop network. Here's Jeff with a graphic and a voiceover to explain the Superloop network. So the Superloop buses is a new network of limited stop express routes that circle the capital, connecting up key points around London. Now London already had 4 express services, the X68, the X26, the 607 and the X140. And it was initially thought that the numbers of the new routes might have also been X for express as well, so we could have had the X269, the X119, the X183, the X34 and the X123. But then what happened is that a huge amount of branding was thrown at the project and the routes all got the letters SL instead. And then in addition, the 4 existing express routes all got rebranded as well. So the X68 became the SL6, even though it's not part of the loop. The 607 got renumbered to the SL8, again not actually part of the loop. And alongside the other new routes and numbers, there's going to also be the SL4 as well, but this won't start until 2025, as it'll run through the new Silvertown Tunnel, which is still under construction.
I said I do like buses.
You like buses?
Yes, I do, a lot.
Because you've got the name Tube Map, or do people just associate you with tube photography?
They do, but it's sort of everything on a tube map. And then also, I'm trying to catch bus stations as well. Because there are some. I want to capture bus stations as well. So
you know about Stockwell Bus Garage, right? Which is the most amazing bus garage.
yeah, we're going to try to get in. So if anyone knows Stockwell, who to contact Stockwell, please, Jeff and Luke are interested in visiting.
How does a bus on its inaugural day in service become so well used? Like word of mouth or what?
I suspect so, and I suspect it's because people going from Bromley to Croydon, vice versa, have for so long had to suffer quite a long, tedious journey on the 119, that this is quite a revolution for them, and they'll be responding in the numbers that we're seeing.
Yes, you can see here from the map the route that the Superloop SL5 bus takes. At the moment, the bus between Bromley and Croydon, or Croydon and Bromley, is the 119, and it takes a slightly longer, more tortuous route, which of course stops everywhere. The SL5 is an express bus which only stops in certain places. Just for fun though, by the way, I've also put in the old 725 from the 1960s, which between Bromley and Croydon was timetabled to do it in 22 minutes. So I've been hilarious, okay? What's interesting about this Superloop is that all the others are double-decker buses, but because of the... Please help me out, Roger. What's the name of the road where there's low-hanging trees? There's a road, we'll go down it, and there's some low-hanging trees, and so they're running single-decker buses. So I brought my single-decker chocolate bar to celebrate the fact that it's the only single-decker Superloop. Have you never had one of these before, Luke? They're very tasty. You should have a single-decker. They're great. We just stopped. There's chocolate on my lens, look.
There is actually there.
That's hilarious. Look, hang on. What I did is that I've obviously dropped some of my single-decker chocolate bar. You've got to see this, YouTube. And there's chocolate on the lens.
You need to learn how to eat properly.
We just stopped at Westmoreland Road, which was our first major stop outside of Bromley. And that's the great thing about the Superloop buses. In effect, they're like X buses, they're express buses, and they skip stops, so you sort of whiz through, and it does the whole journey a lot quicker. As Roger said earlier, before, the bus from Bromley to Croydon or Croydon to Bromley would have been the 119. 119's still running, but that stops everywhere. Superloop bus, SL5, just goes straight through. Now, TfL have a map which doesn't show all the stops. So what I've spent my spare time doing the last month is trying to make a map which with all the named stops. So this includes the new SL5, it shows the SL3 which starts in 2 weeks' time, the SL2, they haven't revealed the stops yet, but there's a link in the description down below. And in the middle there's a separate map as well. Luke, if you zoom in, it actually shows you sort of the shape the Superloop takes around all the boroughs of London. So there's my Superloop borough map. So there's 2 maps that you can download to get a feel of where the new Superloop buses run, and this one which shows all the stops. And how about this? It's really interesting to note that the SL7 goes to East Croydon and then to West Croydon bus station. This one, the SL5, goes to East Croydon and then down to Park Street. So where the SL7 and SL5 terminate is in 2 different places. At all other points, the SL buses, they stop and start in the same place, but in Croydon they don't. But they do cross over at East Croydon.
No, but it's just that I've never. I know. So it's just that I've never driven around here.
Let's have a look. We're the Chinese gauge 18 minutes.
Okay, and we're about to enter the road with the low Heckham branches.
We're in it now. Yeah.
So this is the reason why it's a single decker bus.
Well,
We think.
yeah. No, it is.
All right, we've just got to Shirley, so we make all the Shirley. We're in Shirley gags. Shirley Library is the stop. What's our time, Roger? Quick stopwatch check.
We're on 26 and a quarter minute.
And we're not going to make the 29 minutes as per the timetable, are we?
The timetable gets us to Shirley Library, says 20 minutes.
So we're a few minutes down. This is the part of the video where I just answer questions. The other day I put on a community tab post saying, give me questions. There were just 2 main questions really that everybody wanted to know. One about the route, which I've already answered, but the main thing is that yes, it's just a regular TfL bus, which means it will cost you £1.75, and that's what's brilliant about it. It's fast, it whizzes through, it connects at great places, train stations and stuff, all for a regular TfL bus fare at £1.75. Don't forget, you've got your hopper fare, so within an hour, actually 62 minutes, you can change to a second bus, and you still only pay £1.75. And if you take 3 buses in one day, you'll cap at £5.25, and then you'll pay no more all day if you're just about on buses all day. Such is the brilliance of bus fares. The other question is Jeff, will you ride the entire Superloop? And I was going to say no, and then somebody came up with a brilliant idea, of course, that because you could just ride the Superloop, but to put a bit of an interesting twist in it, it would obviously make sense if somebody started, say, south of the river on the SL1 and went clockwise, and then somebody started where the SL, I can't remember what it is, the one that starts to the north of the river and then goes anti-clockwise, and you pass some in the middle around Heathrow, and then you see who gets to the other end of the loop first. So it would be like a race-style video. Right, I see tram tracks, which means we're in the Croydon area. Are you getting excited about trams, Luke?
Yeah, of course I am.
Luke's going to take some pictures of trams while he's here. We're pulling into Park Street around now. Roger, are you ready to, when the doors open?
When the doors open.
So many buses. And you do it when the doors open? Oh, I can see now, it's going to be 40 something minutes. 40 minutes, 11 seconds. Okay, thanks, Luke. Can I please use one of your photos as the thumbnail for my video?
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you. You've got a clean photo.
I think so.
Are you going to take a picture of all 544 bus routes now?
Yeah, of course I am. That's exactly what I can do. Every bus stop.
Mapper.
Yeah,
Bus
every bus stop in.
Not every
in
bus
London.
stop, but you should take one picture of every bus route.
Yeah, okay.
I think you should do that. That's-
We'll see. We'll have to discuss about that.
All right, thanks, mate. See you soon. How was your SL5?
It's very good, actually. I think of all the SL routes so far, it's the quickest, and it feels like you're getting somewhere quick in
It does.
a good period of time.
Even though it took us, 39, 40 minutes,
Yeah.
that's a Saturday afternoon sort of shoppers traffic in Bromley.
It didn't feel like it, though, did it?
But what's weird is I'm fairly sure I've got a cutaway at Bromley North. The timetable on the poster said 29 minutes. Here we've come to East Street. It says 34. 4 minutes. So what's the actual scheduled time?
It varies from
Okay.
different parts of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bus operators allow for more time when they
Busy
know
times.
busy times is.
Yeah, yeah.
But really, it's half an hour from Bromley to Croydon now, because you live on the Brighton Main Line,
Yep.
and you were saying that earlier you're in Bromley, and it went fastest way home is to go the bus to Croydon.
To Croydon, whereas previously, generally, journey planners sent me up to London Bridge and then back down again on the train. But now they're saying get the SL5 between Bromley and Croydon, then go straight down.
So
to
for you today, it's
Brighton.
genuinely the fastest way, fastest way home.
Yeah, yeah.
Will you be on the new SL? Is it 2 or 3?
Three. I
3
think
in a
it's
couple of
3,
weeks' time.
Yeah, up to Bexley Heath. I hope so.
And then what's the one? Is it the SL1 that's about to start?
That goes from north of the river, North Woolwich, round to Walthamstow.
I think that starts first or second week of March.
First Saturday in March.
And that's it. And then the loop is complete.
Indeed. Well, except it's not quite a loop, but it's
Well,
as
yeah.
complete as you can
Yeah.
get.
And then we're going to have a race,
Yeah, okay.
including a run through the Woolwich Foot Tunnel.
Yes, why not?
We should start the race. There's a point in the Woolwich
the
Foot
middle of
Tunnel.
the Woolwich
There's
Foot
like a little
Tunnel.
mark, yeah. And
And
one
one
goes
goes
south, one goes north, onto the buses.
You've got a deal.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Right, here's a cutaway of the bus. Love the Superloop, love
Love
buses.
it.
Thanks again, Roger. Try not to be in any of my videos again soon.
I will, yeah. Except I think I'm in one coming up.
Press subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.